Good afternoon, guys. Today we are with Sophia again as we go over Portal 3 Kingdoms. It's a very special and old set that tells the story of the three kingdoms in China, which is actually a historical fact. They added a lot of magic and myth because this is thousands of years old. But it was around the time where you had three kingdoms that were fighting for power, and it's really interesting. And it's obviously a bit full of magic and added up to fit the Magic the Gathering narrative. But it's a very old set, very hard to get, filled with legends and cards that have never been reprinted. And they all tell a story, and I genuinely loved it. It was, I guess, Magic the Gathering or Wizards of the Coast's way to try and attract the Chinese market. And you see all these very Chinese names, like Huangzhong, Kongming, Guan Yu.
Your pronunciation is good. Not that I would know.
I lived in China for almost 3 years, and I speak Mandarin. I was not there when this set was released in 1999, but I did learn some of the language, and this set is also tiny, 180 cards, but its print run was really small. So getting these cards in English is very, very rare.
Really?
Yes. So this small set, there's no foil version, there's just this version, and then there's a couple different languages. I believe there's Chinese and maybe Japanese, or also simplified Chinese, so it's 2 or 3 other languages, and that's it. And the English one is the most coveted, with some very expensive cards, and the print run is also comparable to Alpha. So, maybe 1,500-1,600 copies for the rares, which is very little when you think about the whole market of Magic the Gathering and players like that. So I think if you want to get or can afford to get a bunch of the cheaper cards for this set, I would recommend it. This is obviously not financial advice, but, I do it. Whenever I see 4 or 5 copies under $1 of any card from this set, I just try and pick them up because I feel like long term they're going to be valuable and I can trade them for stuff that I need. Zhao Zilong Tiger General. Here, you try.
Oh, no.
Yep, do the pronunciation on this one.
Oh, no. Zhang Fei.
Zhang Fei.
Zhang Fei.
Fierce Warrior.
Oh, okay.
You could have got the Fierce Warrior part.
Oh, well, yes. I didn't realize Fierce Warrior.
Sophia has enjoyed joining over these videos, right?
Yeah.
You like doing these little things?
Yeah. It's cool to see, I'll take some out. It's cool to see how the sets vary and the art varies between...
Stay, leave it up a little bit.
Okay.
Lady Sun is one of the most memorable cards in the set, and was very important in the lore.
Nice.
The capture of Jingzhou. Jingzhou. You take another turn after this one for 5. A lot of these cards go for hundreds of dollars, and since there's no foil, we don't have a top 5. However, you'll know the most expensive card, which was actually... Was it reprinted? I think it was. Yes, it was. It was reprinted not too long ago, actually. But yeah, no, I love them. I find them so fun. It's very different than what we're used to seeing. I know I keep bringing a lot of the legends. Lu Meng, Lu Su, Lu Xun. And they bring up dynamics that, mechanics, that we don't see often in the game, like horsemanship. And what I also love is that the art was done by a lot of Chinese people.
Oh, that's awesome.
So like here, like Shu Xiaoming, Zhang Jiazhen. You see here. So it's fun to see, you know, a completely different art direction and feel for the set, and it's done by a Chinese artist, and it's a, you know, Chinese history set. So it's you know, it's kind of an oddity. You can read this one.
Sun Quan, Lord of Wu.
Yeah, Sun Quan, Lord of Wu. And you had the different factions. The white had the Shu, the blue.
So Wu's a place.
What?
Wu is a place. The Wu.
No,
Spy,
it's a
Wu
family
Scout?
name.
Oh, it's a family name.
Yeah. So they belong to the Wu family, or the Sun family. Sun Se, young conqueror. Sun Quan.
At some point.
What were we talking about?
I don't know.
See, couldn't have been that important then. Zhou Yu, Zhuge Jin, Wu strategist. I just love seeing all these legends. I find them so fun. You see all the different people that were in power. Like here, Cao Cao, Lord of Wei. Cao Ren, Wei commander. So it's like, you know, you have these kings, these important lords that are fighting against each other for power, and then you have the emperor.
Are these pretty historical too, some of the names, or no?
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
They are actually. I looked it up a long time ago, but the lore is fairly accurate. Here is our most important card of the set, and it is not present because it is graded. So this is where it belongs. This is a beautiful Beckett 8.5 Imperial Seal. I own very, very few graded cards. In fact, when I purchased it, I had no idea it was graded. I got it on the French market, I think maybe almost 7 or 8 years ago, for $300 or $400, and the seller just literally said it's graded. Hope it's okay, and there we go. It's at excellent condition. I was very happy. You have, you know, it's all very synonymous of battle. You're not really a fan of the fighting scenes, right?
Not too much, no, but the art is really cool. I like that it's historical in some ways.
And that it's all done by Chinese artists.
Yes, I love that.
Which I think is very cool and special. You have them, you see the Wei family, Sima Yi. How interesting. Do some of you also collect Portal 3 Kingdoms? Did you, are you attempting to it? Are you, you know, right now it's a difficult set to complete and go for because it's quite expensive. So there are a lot of cards that also fluctuate in price simply because they're just not available on the market. What do you think the graded one is worth now? Do you know? Well, since it was reprinted, I'm not sure anymore, but I would say, I don't know, $800 to $1,000, maybe a little bit more. It was all the way up to like $1,800, and then it kind of went down. You also have, of course, these Zodiac cards, which are really fun to see. And so you have 12 for the 12 Zodiac signs in of the Chinese. So you have your pig, you have the rat, you have the snake. Do you know your sign? It's depending on what year you were born.
Yeah, I don't remember.
You were born in
1991.
1991. I'm born in 1990, and I am a horse.
I don't know what I am.
Does someone know? My sister would know. She's born in 1991.
Okay.
Look at this beautiful dancing woman.
I know, she caught my eye.
Diao Chan, artful beauty.
I love that it's like the rainbow.
What do you mean it's like a rainbow?
There are just so many colors in it.
There's a lot of colors in there. It's very fun. It's actually very
like
fitting to...
red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple. I don't know. It looked...
I like the way also they did the red on theme. Like, you know, the barbarians control the court. Like, you know, the burning of Xinyi. Xinyi.
Look at that horse.
Which one?
This one.
Machao.
All decorated.
Machao. That sounds very much like macho, right?
Mm-hmm.
Machao. Western warrior.
Mm-hmm.
And Dong Zhou, the tyrant. Look at this guy if he doesn't look scary and ominous, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone have some cool stories about Portal 3 Kingdoms and things that they want to share? Ooh. So, for example, I'm missing this card. See, I only have the pre-release.
Mm.
This is the April 29th, 1999 card, and I think the non-pre-release is still for like $70 or $80, so that's an expensive card I should get myself to pulling the trigger on before it climbs up eventually. Warrior's Oath is one of the most expensive cards this set. Take another turn and you lose a game after this one. Mitsuaki Sagiri. That sounds more Japanese than Chinese. Inoue Junichi, that one as well. So I guess they have some Chinese and some Japanese artists, or maybe some have both. This is a very expensive card that we'll see in a bit, the continuation of our Zodiac. Yuan Shao, the Indecisive. Again, with horsemanships and mechanics that we don't see very often. Do you want to take out the dragon and show it to our friends?
Mm-hmm. Here?
There. The beautiful Zodiac Dragon for 9 at 8/8. If the Zodiac Dragon is put into your graveyard, you may return it to your hand.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's more collectible and expensive, not for its playability, but more because it's desired. The dragon has always been the strong sign in a lot of Asian cultures. So maybe that is a collectible card for many of them. Meng Huo, Barbarian King, was one of the hardest cards for me to get a hand on, actually, because there were so many buyouts going on in this card when I was looking for it. And the price was all over the place, from literally $60, $70 all the way up to $300. So again, with these, take your time before you pull the trigger on them. Make sure you have an idea of where the market was 5 months ago, where the market is today, and the price on different platforms and how it's been selling or not, and the number of them available at the time. Because otherwise, you can easily just, end up overpaying by large amounts for cards that you could potentially wait for. So don't waste your money. Try, especially on expensive cards, try and time things in the best way that you can, or at least with the most information that you have before deciding to buy them. 3 Visits is an important card that was reprinted actually a couple times, but this is the first version, so it's very iconic. And then we have our Zodiacs again. The horse, the monkey, the ox, the rabbit. And the tiger. Do you want to show the tiger? And in this set, also, the basic lands are quite expensive.
I got it right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Just about. You did perfect.
Okay.
You're doing perfect. You're doing great. But yeah, most of these sets Sophia has never seen before, ever. If not literally all of them. So her reactions or her comments are mostly from a point of view of discovering them.
Yeah, from someone who doesn't know a lot about
From someone who
Magic.
doesn't know that much about Magic or gameplay, so yeah.
So my opinion should be counted very highly.
No, it's more like it's a nice way to, I think, introduce you to certain cards and sets, because you get to see the different art, the different dynamics, the different kind of timelines in Magic. And like, see, these are basic lands. For most sets, these are worthless. I give them for free. And for these sets, some are almost like $30. Because they're so rare and hard to find and special. And so that's where we are, friends. We finished another quick little review of Portal 3 Kingdoms. We hope you enjoyed it. This is a special set, and small and difficult to get, which took years to complete. And I hope that you enjoyed going over it with us today. And I hope you appreciated some of the different things with the set.
I did. I loved hearing about it.
And the stories.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, we wish you a wonderful, for us, it's the end of the day here when we're filming. It's late in the afternoon, so we wish you a wonderful night or morning or whatever time it is. Just be happy. Take care, guys.
Bye.